This is the most exciting part of design thinking. The part where you actually apply the process and come up with solutions that will surprise you and delight your users. So let's get started. For our session, let's pick a product. What do you say? Let's pick a computer mouse. And your target users will be older adults, the elderly. Okay? For example, somebody like your grandmother who's very keen to use the computer, but she's not able to use the mouse. What will you do in this situation? How will you help her? Let's apply the design thinking process. What should the first step be? Yes, it should be to understand the user. Going back to our example, our users are the elderly. To understand them, this is what you will do. Observe them, where and how they are struggling in using the mouse. Interview them. Ask specific questions and record their responses. Listen carefully to understand the troubles they face, their pain points. Have a conversation, a dialogue. This is the first step, the empathize mode in the design thinking process. We've gathered quite a bit of user information. What next then? Well, this is the part where you spend time with the information that you collected through your observations and conversations. Look through the information carefully. Identify significant points, gain insights. You know that feeling when you think deeply about something and snap, suddenly you found something interesting, a pattern, a significant point. For example, you observe the hands of quite a few elderly people shook while using the mouse. This would be an observation, an interesting point. And when you find such interesting points, you should state it in specific and clear terms. For example, you may state, mouse control for elderly new computer users can be problematic because their hands shake. By doing this, you complete the next mode in design thinking process. This is step 2, the define mode. See that we have narrowed the scope of our problem. Next, we will think about solutions to address the specific problem. To do this, it is necessary to collaborate. Call as many people as you can who you think can help you in arriving at solutions, and generate as many ideas as possible through brainstorming. You allow your imagination to run wild at this point. No idea is silly. So, what you will achieve is a number of possible solutions. For example, one idea could be to design a mouse that can be used with both hands instead of one. Now, this is one idea, but there would be many other workable ideas. When you do this, you complete step 3, the ideate mode in design thinking process. After you ideate, you will have many workable ideas, but let's focus on one. For example, a mouse that can be used with both hands. What next? Now, this is the part that I find most exciting. This is where you get to give a form to your ideas. Convert ideas into something real, a model, an artifact. To do this, we use anything. Yes, anything that is available readily. For example, it could be an old discarded computer mouse, or a toy that your niece plays with, a plastic soap container, a tennis ball, and some other items like post-its, tapes, cardboard, paper clips, etc. Wait, are you surprised? Well, don't be, because that is the beauty of design thinking. To test out an idea, you can use anything that is readily available. Once you collect the stuff, you alter it, take it apart, attach it together, add something to it, do anything until you think it looks like a good model for your idea. And you may create 2 to 3 different models. With this, you complete step 4, the prototype mode in design thinking process. Let's take a break. Here's a quick question for all of you. What is the first thing that you do when you cook a dish using a new recipe? Yes, you taste it to make sure that it tastes just right. In design thinking, after you create a prototype, you do something similar. No, come on, I don't mean that you taste it, but instead you test it. That's T-E-S-T, by giving it to the user. Going back to our example, we can give our prototype to the elderly and then watch how they use it. But remember one point. Don't ask if they like it. Instead, observe how they use it and ask why they like it or don't like it. After you get feedback from them, you use it to refine your model, make it better and more workable. With this, you complete the final step in design process, the test mode. Not so tough, was it? If it was, let me quickly summarize it for you in the form of a jingle. To make your idea a success and to make your product the very best, follow the design mantra, which is empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. There, I hope that this will help you remember the 5 modes. But of course, as with everything else, the next step is to try this out, which we will do soon. But for now, for this session, I take your leave. Goodbye and have a great day.